Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Winning Bet Picks. My name is Gio, and I'm here alongside Luca. Today, we'll be looking at the Monday Night Football matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens in Week 14 of the 2020 NFL season. Before we get started, how are you doing today, Luca?
I'm doing very well, especially after yesterday's victories.
Yeah, two big wins there in our games. Yesterday, we had the under in the Vikings Buccaneers game that came in, and then we also had the Bills -2, which easily covered the spread. What a week it was for us. We ended 9-4, which is about a 69% win rate. So very happy with how that week ended, and at the same time, we were undefeated in the NFL last week, pulling up a big 4-0. We're going to try to replicate that this week. Of course, never easy as it sounds, but we got a big one here. Luca, we got a divisional matchup between these Browns and the Ravens here. The Browns have been surprising a lot of people this season, and they're currently 9-3, a win tonight, and that could pretty much clinch second spot in the division for them. They're coming off four straight wins, and I don't remember the last time you can even speak about this Browns side, getting four wins in a row or five wins in a row. It's something you don't hear quite often, but they're coming against this Ravens side that they've had a rough stretch of games recently. Of course, last week they came off with that nice win against the Dallas Cowboys, 34-17. But they're coming into this one needing a win because their playoff hopes are pretty much done if they don't get a win here against the Browns. Tough matchup between the two, not only because it is a divisional matchup, but the Ravens actually in the opening game of the season absolutely humiliated these Cleveland Browns 38-6. We surely can't see a repeat of that tonight, can we, there, Luca?
I don't believe we'll see a repeat of that. It'll be a much tighter contest here. Divisional matchup, as you said, these teams playing for pride, they do not like each other. And what shocked me was really, how similar these offenses seem. Both teams don't rely on the pass game too much. They rely on the rush to get their points on the board, and that's kind of like a one-dimensional strategy. And we've seen it work for Cleveland, and not so much for the Ravens. And the difference there, I think, is Lamar Jackson's inability to make big plays with his arm. We've seen it time and time again. Defenses just, utilize a heavy a pass rush and try to, limit his mobility. And this really hurts the Ravens. They don't have many offensive weapons. And with their defense, taking a turn for the worse, this is where the bad results come from. Although I still think their defense has, the personnel and the experience to turn their season around. What a test it's going to be for Baker here after like you said, four wins in a row. They are one of the hottest teams in the league right now. But this Baltimore defense, although they're not, getting the results, they're still a great defense, and it's going to be a great measure to see how legitimate this Cleveland Browns team is, who, also rely on the rush with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, a great running back duo. So I think we're in for a really close contest here.
Yeah, much closer than what it was in the first game of the season. And, you mentioned several times the Browns have been getting points for fun lately. 41 against the Titans last week. Who was going to expect that at the end of the day? But the Ravens side, I do understand that, this team has not seen a very good season, and they're in a position that, many would have not expected at the beginning of the year. They're pretty much on the brink of elimination here. They need a win. So I'm expecting a very hard fought battle between these two teams. And the Ravens defense is where this game could actually turn on itself for them. They need to come out, perform well defensively because that's the only way you're going to beat this hot Browns team at the moment that is just scoring for fun. Um, Now, you mentioned something very important there, Luca. These two teams heavily rely on their rushing game. Their passing game is pretty much inexistent. Of course, yes, the Browns do get some passing touchdowns from here and there, currently ranking 11 in the league for that, whereas the Ravens are ranked 18th. These are two teams that pretty much only depend on the rushing game. What sort of game are we expecting here, though? Can we expect both defenses to uh, manage to block these sort of rushing attacks, or you think it's going to be a free for all at the end of the day?
I think due to the fact that both teams are very aware about the reliance on the run, it's going to force maybe the quarterbacks to play a game they're not used to, maybe throw the ball a bit more. The Cleveland Browns, we know they lost Odell, and that's a big hit for them, but they still have Jarvis Landry. They still have threats down the field. Baker has a decent arm, so I wouldn't be surprised to see, these quarterbacks switch it up and maybe because it's become so predictable to rely on the run, maybe throw the ball a little more.
Yeah, and we can also see maybe some more, interceptions at the end of the day, some fumbles. These are two teams that are prone to that as well. If you guys took a look at them this season, currently the Ravens are currently ranked 12th for interceptions thrown. The Browns are ranked 7th. I mean, look, when you look at these two teams, of course, they have pretty reliable options there for you, but like you mentioned there, Luca, these are two teams that at the end of the day might have to switch their game up a bit if they want to, get that edge over the other and earn that W at the end of the day. In terms of our pick and prediction in this one, it's a close one to call. Like we said, the spread pretty much says it itself, currently sitting at -3. This game actually opened up almost at a pick 'em, which does not surprise me whatsoever because it's so 50-50 that many people just don't know which side to pick, and at the same time we're not going to be touching a side in this one because it can go either one way or another. Instead, we're looking at the total. Right now the total is set at 45 and a half. This line actually opened around 47 and a half, 48 back a few days ago, and I've been seeing a lot of money on the over, which is understandable, especially given the fact that both the Ravens and Browns are coming off some very offensive performances in the past couple of games. Very understandable. But at the end of the day, this is a division matchup. And what does division matchup spell for you guys? Tightly contested matches. I think both teams will definitely try as much as possible to get their offenses going, but I am expecting these defenses to pull up big time tonight, and that is why our pick for tonight's game in the Monday Night Football matchup between the Ravens and the Browns will be the under 45 and a half points. Let us know what you think about this pick, guys, in the comment section. Let us know if you're tailing it or you're fading it. Also, please leave a like on the video if you enjoy our content and subscribe to the channel as we do post daily free sports betting picks, not only involving football, soccer, and other sports in the next coming weeks. Without further ado, guys, thank you for watching. Good luck on your bets tonight, and I wish you guys a very good day.